What if a total drama season had a whole cast of magical girls? Well, considering Chris's track record, he'd probably be dead in a few hours. Bye! Joking aside, total drama has been one of my on and off hyperfixations over the years. And one concept I always love to see from its fandom is writing a whole season with sets of characters from other franchises. You'll most commonly find this in the form of fanfiction, but there are other outlets for this. Most commonly is through the Total Drama Simulator, a simulator that goes through the challenges of the first season, but you can replace the contestants with pretty much anyone you want. Me and my friends love doing this, and have had many crazy and bizarre combinations that only make sense to us, and only us. But another similar interest we take up are magical girls. A couple of us binged the first 2 seasons of Sailor Moon a few years ago and got really into it, and eventually expanded to the genre in general. But, you know, that genre is full of a lot of common character archetypes. The klutz, the smart girl, the tsundere, the non-magic best friend, and the talking animal that gives the girls said powers. But you know what else has archetypes? Total drama. So let's cut to the chase. How would every common character type you see in a magical girl anime operate in a total drama season? A total drama season isn't complete without its cast, and what a cast they got! A variety of different people from different walks of life competing for $1 million Canadian dollars. Except here, I'm thinking of something more related to the concept of magical girls. For the prize, all these girls from the universes of other anime genres are competing to get their own magical girl show. They don't have much in common except that they all love the genre in some way. Think of this cast setup sort of like Drawn Together, except with anime tropes. As for our contestants, me and my friends / Let's Play co-hosts / Forest Guardians have come up with a cast of characters that we think would be fun to watch in this sort of setting. Here's a quick rundown. Note, all PNGs you're about to see are representative of their basic personalities and are not necessarily the character you see. We got all the basic deres. Dandere, Yandere, Himidere, Kudere, Kamidere, and the most iconic one who will get a lot of focus, the Tsundere. We'll come back to her when we get into the various storylines. For a bit of variety within the ages, we also have a child magical girl inspired by other well-known series like Doremi and most notably Cardcaptor Sakura. We were throwing around the concept of her being from a show within a show and wanting to graduate into an actual show instead of being just background filler. No magical girl type is complete without your klutz. I mean, look at the most iconic one. Self-explanatory on what she's like, but she comes from a Nichijou type comedy anime. We wanted to cover as many different types of anime as possible, so we gave a lot of these girls different sorts of hobbies or jobs. We got a ninja girl, a nurse girl, a gremlin barkeep from a fantasy world, a sporty tomboy from a sports show, a maid, a science-obsessed lady, and an over-the-top witch/magic user. The last two are going to be rivals because, as the Jimmy Timmy Power Hour taught me, science and magic are natural-born enemies. Some of my personal favorites of what we came up with were an idiotic Nico Nico Ni idol, a cat girl because the Tokyo Mew Mew comparisons make this even better, the only girl with common sense who survived a horror-based anime, the girl from a shonen anime who gets far less focus, and some lazy girl from some Lucky Star-looking thing. And last but not least, my personal favorite, the non-magic best friend in a magical girl show who fell out of focus once the main girl gets her powers and finds new friends within her team. Yes, I'm talking about Naru. So we got all these girls in one place, ready to do all it takes to win whatever the hell this game is.
Welcome to Total Drama, Power of Friendship!
What a dumb name.
Oh, it's come on, I think it's cute.
Don't worry, a commoner like her can't appreciate true beauty.
Hey, she's a commoner too.
Huh, commoner shammoner. I'm already magical. Might as well give me the show now.
Illogical. Your magic, quote-unquote, is just the sideshow method of sleight of hand.
Can you logically explain why I'm gonna turn you into a frog in a few seconds?
One of my favorite aspects of Total Drama are the teams. I love seeing the various combinations of personalities being forced to work together for the first half of the season. Plus, coming up with team names is just fun. We picked who's on which team based on who we think would lead to the most conflict or funny character actions, and the rest we just kind of picked at random. So for Team 1, we got Tsundere, Himidere, Child, Science, Clumsy, Ninja, Tomboy, Idol, Common Sense, and Yandere. As for Team 2, we got Kamidere, Maid, Witch, Not Magic, Cat, Shonen, Dandere, Deradere, Lazy, Gremlin, and Nurse. As for the team names, we wanted to model them off of how the show does it with a sort of magical fantasy twist.
You girls will be known as the Courageous Unicorns.
Really? A unicorn?
Hey, unicorns are cute.
Oh, what's the matter? Couldn't afford one?
I only liked them when I was little. I'm too old for those cute, dumb things.
And you will be the Valiant Griffins!
Whoa! I want a griffin!
Wow. Griffins look cool. Don't you think?
What? Yeah, I guess. Yeah, sorry. If I don't contribute or say much, I'm not the best with words.
Hey, I'm not the best with this magic stuff, so we're cool.
Yeah, I don't work well. In general, let alone with others.
Every total drama elimination ceremony seems to have different variations. It started with just a simple walk to a boat, then a limo, then they just kept getting more and more sadistic each season until it's just being dragged by a drone in the reboot. Because the entire franchise does not give a damn about anyone's safety, we can play into that here. To keep with the theming, our not marshmallow gilded crisp barf bags are gonna be these power-up jewels. You know, a sort of tool that'll help you slowly get stronger the further you get into the game. It'll work similarly to how these elimination things usually go, where the contestant who does not receive a jewel is out of the game. But this time, Chris has the ability to create portals, it's total drama, weirder shit's happened, that'll send you to the dimension of losers, aka Play-A-Day losers. You know, gotta throw in more fantastical elements here.
And the final jewel goes to Dandere.
Oh, thank you. I'm glad you guys don't completely hate me.
Lazy, you're out.
Oh man, I thought I did really good. You literally cost us the challenge! Oh, the whole team's combined strengths were needed to defeat that monster, and you just slept on a rock! Probably for the best. This is too much effort, and I'm missing the newest seasonal anime. Later. Oh hey, a resort.
There's so much potential and challenges here. The thing the witch brought up with the monster in that skit there was just one of the several we thought of. Since magical girls are all about magic and teamwork, a lot of the challenges can be built around that. For the first half of the season, or pre-merge, a lot of the challenges are based on how much synergy each team has together, and the better the teamwork, the higher of an advantage they have. Some of the stuff we came up with other than that monster fight one includes having each team come up with the best group transformation, an obvious one. We also came up with a relay race where each team has to get everyone to school on time with toast in each contestant's mouth. There's more adventurous ones in the form of a maze challenge where each team must work together to get through a deadly maze of different foes to fight. And for a simple one to keep things varied, a cooking contest to see which team can make the best magical cake.
Almost got it! Perfect!
Ooh.
Just added my branded magical touch.
Oh, can you hurry this up? I thought you said you could bake quickly with your science-y whatever.
I said I could bake efficiently.
Well, it certainly isn't helping. The other team's way ahead.
They're using cheap magic shortcuts. True baking requires time, accurate measurements, the right amount of ingredients, and...
Hey, Science! I got the flour you asked for. Now where do you want me to put... Whoops.
As for the merge, those challenges will be a lot more focused on standing out as an individual magical girl, but you also need to hone your own powers so you can help contribute the best to your team. The merge will start out with a lot more of an easygoing one, a beach theme challenge with general water sports as a breather to reward those for making it halfway. You know, as a reference to the fact that most beach themed episodes of anime tend to have nothing significant going on and are usually just breathers before the major plot stuff happens. The challenges that follow suit will consist of more serious prep challenges. Challenges that involve coming up with your uniform and perfecting a mission through an obstacle course. My personal favorite one we came up with involves something similar to the Animal Buddy Challenge from Action. But instead, this consists of befriending the talking animal companion that will eventually give them their full magical powers. I'm imagining this is the challenge right before the finale as a sort of proof that they've mastered everything up to this point. Going back to the obstacle course idea though, a fun little twist will be that if a contestant loses or doesn't make it to the end of the course in time, a tuxedo mask looking man comes in to pull them out just in time, like what happened in a lot of early Sailor Moon episodes. Doesn't do anything else, just comes in, gets them out of danger, and runs off. It's not a magical girl video without some sort of tuxedo mask looking guy after all. As for the final challenge, we'll get to that at the end. Because of the variety of personalities, some people are just going to naturally clash. Our big main rivalry will be Tsundere and Himidere. As mentioned before, Tsundere is sort of the de facto main character of the season, kinda like how Gwen was in Season 1. While everyone has their own genre or type of anime they came from, we don't get that with Tsundere. That's because she prefers to keep it a secret in a sort of it's none of your business type way. The Himidere, meanwhile, looks down on her both for being a filthy commoner and because she's the only one who will directly call her out. Maybe throw in some element of her trying to figure out what kind of show she came from, just so she could use it as blackmail. Himidere is gonna be our villain. Her princess-like attitude makes her perfect for a sort of Heather-type mean girl manipulation, and getting plot armor. And a total drama season without the plot armor from the villain. She probably tricks the other contestants into doing the tough parts of the challenges for her, and then stabs them in the back at the last second to take their immunity. The most heartbreaking elimination she'll cause will be for the more wholesome friendships here. Primarily the non-magic friend and the Dandere. Gotta make her as hateable as possible. Seriously though, non-magic friend just giving Dandere confidence and reassurance is just so pure. Going back to the rivalry side, the witch and the science girl will be at each other's throats. Their conflicting interests and ideologies will make for great conflict, especially because they're on opposite teams and will most likely be one of the main contestants trying to take lead. Maybe later on after the merge, they'll be forced into a situation where they have to work together. Those are the main ones, but I got smaller friendships that'll definitely form. I could see Clumsy looking up to either Idol or Sporty Girl with how on-balance their movement is, or a Science Girl having a small bond with Common Sense. Some are a bit more gimmicky than others and will probably not have as significant of interactions due to being early boots.
I'm sorry. I know I lost us that challenge, but just vote me off.
Vote you off? No, I would never do that. In fact, I was thinking of splitting the contract with you if I win. We'll be our own crime-fighting team.
Really?
Oh, poor Ninja. She was such a good teammate.
You literally stabbed her in the back.
Says the girl keeping secrets. What if you come from a drama? A show where you'll stab all of us in the back.
Like I'm telling you.
Guess your experiment failed. Magic prevails! Ha ha ha!
Don't blame me. Blame Clumsy.
Hey! That was only the 15th worst explosion I've caused!
Okay, so because we got as many contestants as the first season did, and this video is already running longer than usual, I'm not gonna go over an exact elimination order, but I'll give you a general idea on how far some of the contestants get. Lazy is obviously going out first. She wouldn't work well on a team and cost them an immediate L due to not wanting to work at all, let alone as a team. As for second, I think the shonen girl would be the funniest. She'd get this inflated ego and main character syndrome, thinking her experience working alongside a shonen protagonist will give her an edge, only for it to annoy the rest of the team and lead to her getting voted off. A lot of early boots will be the less developed gimmicky ones. Yandere will probably turn into the scary girl of this show and go out early, and I can't see the maid, nurse, gremlin, or cat girl lasting too long. Dandere will probably go out early due to just being so disheartened by how horrible this game is. She only heard about the romance aspect of it. RIP. Himidere, Ninja, and Sporty are either right before the merge or shortly after, since they'll show themselves to be huge threats on their own, and thus painting bigger targets on their heads. The rest will be well into the merge or whenever their arcs naturally conclude. Child Magical Girl will get semi-farish due to her moe factor not being seen as a threat. She'll probably eventually fall behind though, maybe in some sort of auto-elimination thing. I'm not sure how Non-Magic and Dandere are going out, but it'll probably evolve the Himidere in some way, and it'll make you guys all hate her even more. I have a basic idea on at least the final three. Himidere because villain, Tsundere because main character energy, and Clumsy because, well, no one saw her as a threat, so she Owen/Cody'd under the radar. Obviously, this is where Himidere gets her obligatory total drama villain comeuppance, so we can move on to the two finalists. Honestly fitting, kinda gives me Usagi and Rei vibes, and to connect with total drama, Gwen and Owen. The final challenge will be a gauntlet of every challenge that led up to this, similar to Action's finale. All of this leading up to a final showdown between a powerful foe. In this case, Chris McClane, who reveals his true form to be some sort of Queen Barrel-looking monster that the girls must fight. Hey, he got even more evil as the series went on anyway. This is just the natural endgame. Like the show used to do, there will be two alternate endings that have extremely different vibes.
You think you can stop me? I'm the god of reality TV. More drama and hate shall spread.
More drama? As if I haven't gone through enough hell. As much as I hate to say it.
Friendship triumphs over all!
I did it!
And with that, Tsundere is the winner of Total Drama. Power of friendship! You think you can stop me? I'm the god of reality TV. More drama and hate shall be... Wait, what?
Sorry. It's so dusty.
Well, you win then.
So those are just some of my ideas for how I think this kind of concept would play out. Special thanks to my two Let's Play buds, one of which being the editor for this video, for helping me out on some of the concepts. Comment down below what you would do if you were to write a Total Drama Magical Girl series. See you next time. Oh, and if you're wondering what type of anime Tsundere came from that she was so embarrassed about, an anime-inspired Western cartoon.
I hate this.